Apologize for starting a little late. We needed to wrap a little longer than anticipated. All right, so at this time, I'd like to call the Waterworks Board meeting to order for Wednesday, June 12th. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mr. Tracy.
Mr. President. Councilman Russell.
Present.
Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Here.
Councilman Kevin Conrad. Present. Councilman Caleb Johnson.
Present.
Councilman Thomas Schmidt. Here. Attorney David Austin.
Present.
Fire Chief Robert Patterson.
Here.
Deputy Chief Fire Chief David Meyer.
Here.
Police Chief Pete Somas.
Here.
Park Superintendent John Novosich.
Here.
IT Robbie Hansen.
Here.
Nice Engineering Neil Simstad.
Here.
Public Works Director Chad Nondorf.
Here.
Director of Operations Andy Hansen.
Here.
Recording Secretary Robin Keel. And Clerk Treasurer Michael Troxel here.
Thank you, Mr. Dressel. So the Water Board consists of Councilwoman Robin Arvanitis, Councilman Kevin Conley, and myself. So at this time, we will remove Councilman Caleb Johnson and Councilman Tom Schmidt from the roll call. Pleasure of the board on the minutes of May 8th, 2024 public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0. Any additional claims, Mr. Troxel?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
Motion to approve
claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0. Reports from staff,
No reports.
water board members. There is no old business. There is no new business. Is there any business from the floor regarding waterworks? Any business from the floor regarding waterworks? Any business from the floor regarding waterworks? Hearing none or seeing none, this meeting is officially adjourned, and we move into redevelopment.
Call to order the Redevelopment Commission meeting for Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. The time is 6:43 p.m. The Redevelopment Commission consists of all council members, so we'll bring back Tom Schmidt and Caleb Johnson to the roll call. With that being said, we have the minutes of the May 8th, 2024 public meeting.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Claims, any additional claims?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
Motion to pay the claims.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Reports from staff, Mr. Hanson?
No reports.
Okay. Council members, any reports? No. Redevelopment? Okay, we have no old business. We have one item under new business, approving the sale of real estate located at 22 West Joliet Street by the town of Schererville with conditions. Mr. Hanson?
Yes, this is a property located just west of the town hall. Schererville has been purchasing property over the last 20 years to start downtown redevelopment. What is before you is a real estate commitment between the town of Schererville and the purchaser, which includes a payment total of $245,000, which was the appraised value. Time period for the parcel development, which is estimated approximately 2 to 3 years from the date of closing until first commercial use. And it shall be comprised of mixed-use development with 2 to 4 retail outlets on the first or ground floor and 3 to 5 condominium units on the second or higher floors. The purchasers are owners of Little Italy and Dyer. They're looking to expand their business as well as provide complementary tenants in the development in the downtown Schererville area.
That's all. Thank you, Mr. Hanson. Any questions for Mr. Hanson?
We're going to make this subject to Plan Commission approval, correct?
All land use approvals.
Say that again?
All land use approvals.
All land use approvals. So then I would make a motion to approve the sale of real estate located at 22 West Joliet Street by the town of Schererville with conditions as outlined by our acting town manager here tonight, subject to all land use approvals.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion on this?
Mr.
discussion? If not, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes 5-0. Okay, that's it for new business. Any business from the floor regarding development? Any business from the floor? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.
I'd like to call to order the Utility Board meeting for Wednesday, June 12th, 2024 at 6:46 PM. The roll call remains the same as the previous meeting of the Redevelopment Commission. First on the agenda, we have the minutes of the May 8th, 2024 public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved 5-0. Next on the agenda, we have claims. So Mr. Troxel, are there any additional claims?
No additional claims, Madam President.
Motion to approve claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for claims. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Claims are approved 5-0. Next, we have reports. Are there any staff reports regarding the Utility Board?
No reports.
Any council members' reports regarding the Utility Board?
No.
Thank you. We'll move on. There is no old business, so we'll move on to new business. Item A, Resolution 2024-5, a resolution to transfer funds within a category of appropriations.
Madam President, yes, this is from our wastewater operating and maintenance. These are funds that are in their budget. They're just moving around in different line items.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 2024-5 is approved 5-0. Next, do we have any business from the floor regarding the Utility Board? Business from the floor regarding the Utility Board. Seeing and hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.
Good evening. I'd like to call the Town Council meeting for Wednesday, June 12th, 2024, at approximately 6:49 p.m. The first item is the roll call, which stays the same as the Utility Board. Next item is the minutes of the May 8th public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Claims. Next item is claims. Any additional claims, Mr. Troxel?
No additional claims, Mr.
So
President.
moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Reports. We'll start to the left. Mr. Hanson. I'm sorry, Robbie?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, from IT? Our fire chief?
No report.
Assistant fire chief?
No report, sir.
Police chief?
I'll just talk loud. Yeah, no report. I just wanted to extend a thank you to all the town departments for last week during the festival, for all their support for the police department and the rest of the entities that we had over at the festival. It was a lot of good work, so thank you.
Thank you, you guys did a great job. Our park superintendent, John Novosich?
Thank you. That was going to be my report, but I echo Chief's words. Just thanks to police, fire, public works, and the park department for really all their efforts in setting up and working throughout the fest. A lot of changes we put in, I think, had a positive effect and had a lot of good feedback. Still not done with events, though. We got our Dino Day party in the park, June 21st at Reader from 5 to 10, and then fireworks at Roman Park Friday, June 28th. So still a busy month for us. But thanks to the council as well for your support.
Thank you. You guys did a great job also. Moving over to our town engineer, Neil Simpson.
No report, Mr. President.
Public Works Director.
Nothing to report.
Our Chief of Operations, Andy.
We have a report from Pat Reardon from Liliana. He's doing the redevelopment project there, so he would like to provide a little update for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Reardon.
Good evening, and thank you, Mr. President, Town Council. You see it's posted on the board, pardon me, let me get this right. We've been engaged in a flurry of activities since our last meeting. The majority of our time has been spent on meetings. We've highlighted with who those meetings have been with. Of course, course, we had the opportunity to sit down with all the members here. In the report, I identified we have pending meetings with the police and fire chief. I hope to sit down with Mr. Troxel soon to talk about town funding. We've met with the Lake Central Buccaneers. We've met with the Schererville Soccer Club. I had an opportunity to visit Crown Point and tour their facilities, their Bulldog Park and their Babe Ruth Complex. We're scheduling meetings to visit Valparaiso, Hammond, and Highland. If you're wondering why, these are the areas that resemble a lot of what's been discussed and hoped for here in the town. We've also spent the last several weeks meeting with and talking with prospective geotech firms, environmental firm, and we're working with town staff. We expect to have proposals finalized and then forwarded to the town for review within the next couple of days, where the next time we're before you, I would expect those contracts to have been approved and work being conducted, likely simultaneous. Also, at that July meeting, and this accounts for pending, we will have a comprehensive written report to the council prior to that meeting where you can go through and you can read summaries of your comments, summaries of our conversations with all the organizations we've met with, and information concerning the design. I have to say that the response we've received across the board is positive. I would use the word guardedly. Guardedly only because the public knows, is reminded when the property was purchased, and they're anxious to see discussions culminate and projects begin there. In our approach with the outside entities, the stakeholders, the football organization, the soccer group, and it would be with the baseball organization as well, is that being realistic. Everybody has a want list, everybody has a need list. We'll never have enough land to build everything. We'll never have enough money to pay for everything. So being realistic, you know, what's ideal, and we're getting some really good feedback. Sticks in my mind is the commentary from the football group, the Buccaneers, and then also the soccer organization. I would expect similar things out of the baseball group as well. I'll stop here and answer any questions that the council might have.
Yeah, Mr. Ritter, Pat?
Yes.
I know you're doing a lot of the working with staff on getting the study on the land, and have you ran into any surprises out there as far as the land so far?
No, and I'm pleasantly surprised with respect to environmental. The environmental report that we're working with is dated. It was a report done for a different project, and our preliminary review is that there are no red herrings, but I would caution the council, professional staff in the audience, until we get into the assessment proper, we won't know with certainty, but we're not finding anything that would prohibit development going forward. And the concept with the staff is gelling. You know, we have talked about safeguarding the property immediately south of 30 for commercial development to help pay for this project. And I believe this phrase came from Irene with the parks leadership in safeguarding, utilizing, no surprise, the track area for entertainment and programming. and then continuing with the athletic theme on the south side, reshaping parking and perhaps redeveloping that, I think it's termed the Field of Dreams property, into a ball field.
Very good. Does anyone else have any questions for Mr. Rood?
Not right now, thanks, Pat.
Staff, do you have any questions?
No, thanks for the report, Pat.
Mr. Getzlaw? Any
at this time.
any questions? Mr. Novacich, any questions? Thank you very much, Pat. We'll be looking forward to your reports, and we'll be in touch.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Pat.
Appreciate your time. Next item is public comments regarding agenda items. Is there any public comments regarding agenda items only? No public comments? We'll move right on to our next item is a presentation. We would like to recognize Liam Staley, who's our Eagle Scout project, who did an Eagle Scout project. Liam, I'm sorry. Liam Staley is an Eagle Scout project who did a project for us here in the town. We are here to honor and provide a certificate of recognition that acknowledges Liam Staley. Liam's a member of the Scout Troop number 532, as well as an employee for the Schererville Park Department, and is being recognized from the Schererville Town Council for his outstanding achievement of his Eagle Scout project of the flag retirement boxes that's located out in the foyer. Liam built 2 flag retirement boxes, one located inside the Schererville Town Hall and the other outside of Schererville Community Center. Anyone who has a flag may deposit it in one of these receptacles, which provides a respectful way to hold American flags until the retirement ceremonies. We appreciate his efforts to help provide proper flag retirement. And on that recognition, we would like, if all the council would meet Liam down in front of the podium, we'd like to present him with this recognition certificate.
So everybody stand next to the line, yes?
Wait, Mike's
That way we balance it out. That's right. That's not that far. There you
Eyes over here real quick, please. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Once again, Liam, thank you very much and congratulations. We'll continue the meeting. The next item is old business. There's no old business. We'll move right into new business. First new business is item A, is ordinance 2009, an ordinance establishing storm drainage control regulations in the town of Schererville, Lake County, Indiana, providing for the administration and enforcement thereof, repealing and replacing all ordinances and regulations in conflict herewith, and all matters related hereto. Mr. Hanson?
Yes, this is a state mandate and template create a uniform stormwater ordinance throughout the state. Staff and our engineer have reviewed this, we've been working on this for about the last year. It's mainly formatting changes, and then we'll replace our ordinance 1708, 1708A. There were fees involved, that way you just transfer the fees to this, no fees have changed at all. We recommend approval to stay in compliance with these regulations.
Thank you.
Motion to approve ordinance 2009.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Motion to adopt ordinance 2009.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0 to adopt. Thank you. Item B is resolution 2024-6. So this is a resolution to transfer funds within the category of appropriations. Mr. Trucks?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. As we did in the utilities section, these transfers are from certain departments that they look at their budgets and they need to move some money around in their own budgets, some different line items. So it's all within their budgets.
Thank you.
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Item C is consider acceptance of change order number 1 final from Grimmer Construction Incorporated in the amount of $669.90 for the Oakside Drive and Hickory Place water main replacement project. Mr. Neal?
Yeah, this is item C and D. This is a balancing of quantities for the Hickory and Oakside water main replacement project. And the final pay request, which is item D, is the final pay request. The as-bills have been submitted. We've reviewed them as well as staff for those two water main projects. We do still have a performance bond, which is in place through the one-year guarantee period. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Simpson. Any questions for Neil?
President, am I reading this correctly, that we came in $669.90 under budget?
Correct.
Perfect. Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
I guess I should have been more specific. Motion to approve change order number 1 was that motion that I was making there, and then I will make a motion to approve final pay request in the amount of $66,623.50 to Grimmer Construction for completion of the Oakside Drive, item D.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Mr. Simpson, on the information.
Thank you.
Item E is consider acceptance of change order number 1 from Garrett Construction Company Incorporated in the amount of $2,565.50 for the Autumn Creek Park Improvement Project, CDBG.
Similar to item C, this is a balancing of quantities. During construction, we added a few things, took a few things out based on site construction constraints, and this would be in that amount of $2,565.50 to Garrett Construction Company. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Simpson?
This is final though, right? This is the end of that project, it's done, right?
Yeah, this is not a final pay request, but this is a change order for balancing of quantities. We do still have restoration left to do. We do have a few issues out there that the contractor has agreed to and is addressing, and we have not yet received the final as-built record drawings for the projects. Once those are submitted and reviewed and approved, most likely next month, we'll be coming back with the final pay request to close out. But part of this was we were consistent with the CDBG requirements of the Lake County Economic Development Department for submitting the reimbursements to the contractor as part of the CDBG standards.
Thanks, Neil.
Thank you.
Motion to approve change order number 1 from Garrett Construction Company in the amount of $2,565.50 for the Autumn Creek Park Improvement Project.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further comments? No further comments. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item F is consider approval to purchase properties listed below and to authorize the town manager, director of operations, clerk treasurer, and the town attorney to finalize the execution of documents. These all are related on the Kennedy Avenue extension. 701 and 702 Kennedy Avenue, EJ&E West Company, NKA, Wisconsin Central LLTD, a $52,000 permanent easement. Mr. Hanson, you want to go through these one by one?
I would love to. So up on the screen, everything in purple is what we'll be talking about. So 701 and 702 Kennedy are just south of the railroad tracks, north of Division Street. This is part of the EJ&E West Company. It's also known as Wisconsin Central. This was the part of the appraised value, and then they also received an appraisal. So this was the in-between amount for $52,000. So it's for both of these parcels for a permanent easement. This will be for the bridge portion of the Kennedy Avenue project.
Thank you.
So, and then the next one is 601 Kennedy Avenue, which is between the tracks right here. This is Norfolk Southern Railroad Company. They did the exact same thing. We provided an appraisal. They provided their own appraisal, and we met in the middle. So that's one is for $5,805. That is for a permanent easement, and that also will be for the bridge portion of the project. There will be beams right there. Then the next one is 1040 Kennedy Avenue, which is this one right here, 1040, and the next one is 1020 Kennedy Avenue. They're right by each other. This is right-of-way purchase for the expansion of Kennedy Avenue. This is for Kennedy Avenue Phase 2. These were the appraised values of these properties for the right-of-way. Next one is 409 Kennedy Avenue, which is Kennedy at Oak Street.
Excuse me, Mr. Hanson, can you mention, for the record, can you mention the price of those, please?
Sure. So 1040 Kennedy Avenue was $36,500 for right-of-way, and 1020 Kennedy Avenue was $19,200 for right-of-way. Then 409 Kennedy Avenue is a small sliver in this corner. This is the permanent right-of-way we're purchasing, but basically the entire property has temporary right-of-way that we are purchasing. So that one is for $24,860. That one was an appraised value, and then they had an appraised value as well, so we met in the middle with that one. The next one is 390 Kennedy Avenue, which is right across the street here, just on the northwest side of Kennedy Avenue. This is for $175,000. This will be for the entire property purchase. This was the appraised value of this property. The next one is 824 Kennedy Avenue, which is south of Division Street, west side of the road right here. This is for $14,500. This is for right-of-way, and this was also the appraised value. And all of these last ones were for Kennedy Avenue Phase 2. So we've been very busy with this, and there will be plenty more. I already have one for next month's agenda. I got it today. So we'll be moving forward with a lot of these, making a lot of progress.
Thank you, Mr. Hanson. You guys have done really good work on getting that done, and we'll be entertaining a motion to have our town manager, director of operations, and clerk treasurer and town attorney to finalize these execution of these documents.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item G is to approve the sale of real estate located at 22 West Joliet Street by the town of Schererville, Lake County, Indiana, with conditions, and authorize the town manager, director of operations, clerk treasurer, and town attorney to finalize the execution of documents. This came from the Redevelopment Commission agenda. Mr. Hanson?
Yes, this comes from the Redevelopment Commission agenda. Same terms apply. I would recommend you do it subject to all land improvements. Subject to all land use approvals.
Thank you.
Motion to approve, subject to all land use approvals as discussed at the redevelopment commission level.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Next item is H, award to bid for the Community Crossing Matching Grant 2024-1. Mr. Simpson?
Yes, Mr. President, you have the bid report and tabulation for the 2025 street resurfacing projects, which is the Community Crossings Matching Grant Award for 2024-1. Bids were opened on June 7th at a public meeting at 9 a.m. We had 2 bidders. The engineer's opinion of cost was $1,019,060.75. The bids ranged from $903,750.96 to $927,359.55. All bidders submit the required bid security and Indiana State Form 96 non-collusion affidavit. There were no errors noted in the bid, and based on the recommendation for the lowest, most responsive and responsible bidder, that would be to Milestone Contractors North LLC in the amount of $903,750.96. Any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Simpson?
No questions.
Nope.
Motion to approve the award of bid for the Community Crossings Matching Grant 2024-1 as recommended by our town engineer, Nice Engineering, to Milestone Contractors North LLC in the amount of $903,750.96.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Item I is appoint a member to the South Shore Convention and Visitors Authority. It's a 3-year term. This is the member that represents Schererville on the South Shore Convention Visitors. And it starts on July 1st. It's a 3-year term. And I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint John Buscemi to the South Shore Convention Visitor Authority, 3-year term appointment.
Second. We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion?
Yes. I think that Mr. Buscemi is not qualified to serve on this Convention and Visitors Authority as our representative, as he's not in the hospitality industry in any fashion. He's a local attorney. And I think that this is an inappropriate appointment by our Schererville Town Council.
Mr. Johnson, he did supply us, and we did research on his.
I didn't see anything, so I don't know what you got.
Right, and that appointment comes from the town council president, and with the approval from the board, and his paperwork that he supplied to us does make him qualified.
Where is that paperwork at? Is that only provided to the Democrats on the council?
No.
I have to tell you, Caleb, I did not see any paperwork.
You did not see any paperwork either?
No, not at all.
Okay.
When he was appointed initially, it was supposed to be we were supposed to have a special meeting, which didn't happen either. So the way this is going about is certainly suspect at best.
Okay. We have a motion and a second on the floor. Mr. Chopso, will you take roll call, please?
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. Johnson?
No.
Mr. Conley?
No.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Getzlaw?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 3-2. Mr. Hanson, would you notify Mr. Buscemi, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Item J is consider approval of filing of the Schererville Building Corporation by town administration staff, its application for developmental variance as required by town ordinance number 2004, Title 15, Section 6, Paragraph J, to allow a 6-foot height by 12-foot with electronic center sign to be located within the Joliet Street Overlay Core District on the property with the general location and address of 10 East Joliet Street, Schererville, Indiana, 46375, Schererville Town Hall property. Mr. Hanson.
Yes, this is authorizing us to move forward with replacing the marquee out front. It has to go to the BZA because it's not a allowed use. We did the same thing with the Schererville property as well. It will be the exact same location. We'll use the existing brick bottom portion. We just replace the existing signage that is dated and quite frankly falling apart, and it would be a digital sign just like you see on the screen.
Thank you.
That being said, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
I'll second with the condition that the petition to the BZA for this approval of variance, developmental variance is subject to the same conditions that were placed upon it by the, for the one at the community center property as well, Sherwood Park property. I think that it needs to dim later in the evening. I don't think it should be intrusive into the residents' homes around us. We do have residential properties directly across the street basically, or just down the way, so I think there needs to be those same conditions placed on this on this electronic sign.
That,
Do you accept that?
that would be vetted, that would be vetted at the BZA though.
I think our petition can come in with that exact same condition, though. I don't think we should come in and ask for special permission. You have to accept that condition, Rob, on.
I don't have a problem with it.
So you made your motion?
I'll make my motion, yes.
Thanks, Rob.
Mr. President, so it's correct. What title is this? Title?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread it. It's Title 16
Oh, 16.
instead of 15.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any other further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item K is consider acceptance of donations for $8,525.32. Mr. Troxel, would you have the privilege of reading those for us?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. There's quite a few here, so bear with me. These are the donations accepted through the month of May. Donation funds to town hall offices. We received, these are in-kind donations. We received from Carpathia Post Deli various cookies and chocolates, approximate value $51.93. Carpathia Post Deli also various deli items. Their total was $350. Providence Homes, small Jimmy John's catering bundle, in-kind value was $74.89. And Tim Lawhead, Crown Bakery Danish, in-kind about $15. So total in-kind donation to the town hall office was $491.82. Donation to the animal control, these are all in-kind. Anonymous dog kennel blankets, value $40. Ted's Feed Store, miscellaneous dog food and treats, value $350. Anonymous laundry soap, value $60. Dog bed and food, anonymous, $60. Laura Nanfalat, dish soap and paper towels, $45. Anonymous dog treats, $20. Ted's Feed Store dog food, $40. Joe Uzabel dog kennel, $50. Anonymous miscellaneous blankets and sheets, $20. 3 cans of dog food, anonymously donated, $9 value. Sensible HVAC Verbac flea and tick products, value $1,600. Sensible HVAC cleaning sup dog treats, $1,500 in-kind value. Sensible HVAC 3 bags of dog food, 40-pound bag, $111 value. And anonymous 10-ball towel, $10 value. Total in-kind donations to animal control, $3,915.00. Donations to the police departments. These are all in kind. Crossroads Animal Hospital Level 1 examination for Yeti, $65.50. Estelle Smith water and various snacks, $200 value. Minuteman Press Police Memorial Programs, in-kind value $85. Anytime Fitness, Octane Fitness Airdyne X-Bike, value $1,200. And Walmart Lunch for PD, in-kind value is $250, and BW3 Lunch for PD was $250. Total in-kind donations to the police department for the month of May, $2,050.50. The K-9 donation fund, Schererville Central Lions donated $1,500. The National Night Out donation fund, Albert Diamond Jewelers donated $250. Donation fund to the VIPS program, Robert and Lynn Volkman donated $100, and Dennis and Joyce Mills donated $50 for a total of $150 for the month of May. And donation fund, Town Promotion Fund, Schererville Police Department received $168. We have a total of in-kind donations of $6,457.32. Total monetary donations were $2,068 even, for the grand total again of $8,525.32. Thank you.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Thank you, Mr. Troxel, for reading all those.
You're welcome.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. At this time, we'll open business from the floor. Is there any business from the floor?
Jeff Menard, 1279 Poppy Field. First, I'd like to extend a thank you to the Schererville Police Department for being on top of things with the Schererville Fest, including our police chief right there in the action. Thank you. I think we can do more with the Schererville Fest. I'm hearing from a lot of families that don't feel safe to take their young children. I think we've done some improvements, but the town needs to do a lot more. Maybe charging for those outside the connecting towns, and maybe to have a family day where it's just music and the food vendors without the rides, just a day so they feel comfortable going. And I told myself this morning, I want to be a positive. I try to think the best of everybody, but this Democrat majority of the town council makes it hard to do so. When this nonsense continues, it's more like a dictatorship to have reports come in from a candidate to be considered and members of the town council not even to get that information is unbelievable. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Menard. Any other comments from the floor?
Thank you.
Thank you. Please state your name and address for the record.
Certainly, Mr. President. Yes, I'm Louise Talent, and my address is 2723 Sycamore Drive in Dyer, Indiana, and I'm a member of the Lake Central Education Foundation.
And I'm Cher Cosgrove, and my address is 5430 West 75th in Schererville.
And we just want to take a moment and with the handout to say thank you to you and to all the members and employees of the town of Schererville, and any special guests, and congratulations to you, Liam. So we just want to thank you very much for the donation that the town of Schererville decided to go ahead and give to the foundation again this year in the amount of $1,000. We've already introduced ourselves. We've got that slide backwards, I guess. Chair.
And we just wanted to make you aware of our website and to let you know that our mission is to enhance innovative education opportunities for the students of Lake Central School Corporation.
If you get a chance to look at the website, it gives you all sorts of buttons to learn about the news items and also about the grants that we offer. And our teachers are able to learn about how to apply for grants, and they can vary from $250 clear up to $1,000, which was one of our last grant rounds.
And we recently had our 60th grant round where we were able to give 15 grants to teachers at Lake Central.
And you definitely have helped us out a great deal. We were also able to give a seed grant that goes with the one of the last slides of a war memorial, a Gold Star War Memorial that is in our high school. And it is it's only about 4 years old, and there we have Gold Star members that attended Lake Central High School that sacrificed for their lives. There's a phase 2 that will allow there to be, with the part of the money from what you donated, as well as other individuals, that will allow for an interactive screen to be placed next to the memorial so we can learn more about those people. We really do appreciate and thank you again for this donation very much.
So welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much. What your group does there for Lake Central is unbelievable, so that we're glad to help. Is there any other business from the floor?
My name is Eric Staley. I reside at 7723 Hanley Street, Rolling Hills Estates. We've been resident there for about 16 years now. Speeding has been a problem in our subdivision. It has been brought up with prior police chief, not necessarily this police chief. His resolution at the time was to station patrol at the intersection of 78th Street and Burr, which doesn't affect our subdivision. It affects traffic on Burr Street. There's also a stop sign 2 houses away from my residence that people on a regular basis fly through that stop sign. We have no sidewalks in our subdivision. Therefore, our children are riding their bikes or walking to the local parks in our subdivision, which is connected to the bike trail. We would like to have some attention brought to that in our subdivision. I speak probably for at least 15 residents that are on Hanley Street that see this problem every day, especially in the summertime when their kids are more present. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Staley, you can't make an appointment to stop and see the staff and meet with the Public Works Director or the operation, go over the details with them at any time.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other business from the floor? No business from the floor. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.